You want to ride with me, you better shift into a higher gear. That your homework?
It's nothing.
Tommy.
You know that carbon fiber allows the designer to precisely control the stiffness, elasticity, and torsional characteristics of the bicycle frame?
Does it put roughage in your diet, too?
Any coffee left? Do you have a school to go to or something?
Somebody die?
It's not a funeral. Your father has a very important business meeting today.
Wow.
Couldn't you find your gray slacks?
Last time I wore them, I must have spilled something.
That was a year ago, if you had told me.
Hey, CS Industries will just have to take me as I am.
That's our future you're playing with. My law degree, Tommy's orthodontist.
Which orthodontist?
Our new minivan.
Yeah, don't remind me.
How about a mountain bike?
What mountain bike? Didn't I just buy you a brand new guitar?
So, that was 6 months ago. I was telling Mom about how the carbon fiber allows the designer to precisely control the stiffness, elasticity, and torsional characteristics of the frame.
You know what that means?
Do you?
Yeah. $9,000?
Whatever.
Sit down. I'm gonna cut your hair.
Come on, Mindy. Carla will be here. Yeah. Where are you going to get that kind of money?
I could get a job.
At 14? Got time for this?
I could wash your car.
Hold still.
It's 1,200 car washes. Figure once a week. That's 36 years.
There's also Mom's car.
Hey, leave me out of it. You know, if you're gonna be running a multi-million-dollar account, you might want to try to look responsible.
You're doing wonders for my confidence.
How's that for confidence building?
I guess nobody wants to talk about mountain bikes anymore.
Oh, Lord, there's Carla. You wanna wish me luck?
Go get him, Tiger. You had to wear your jeans.
You're sweating.
No way.
Please, everyone, have a seat. Sorry I had to keep you waiting. There's coffee, sweet rolls, bagels. I'm Curtis Swain, a.k.a. the CS in CS Industries.
Carla Matthews, you don't know how much we appreciate the opportunity to work.
You've earned it. Carla Matthews Associate has an enviable record of producing for its clients.
Well, thank you. We've prepared a short presentation.
Mr. Golden, you look as though you could use a cup of coffee.
All right.
Jackson.
Black, no sugar, please. What you see is what you get.
Jessie, I can buy a dozen suits with $200 haircuts on any corner of Madison Avenue any day of the week. That's not what I'm looking for.
We were particularly impressed with your creative effort for Top Line Skateboards, the Pride Surfing Gear campaign, commercials for Marvello Records.
I came out of the music video field.
We know.
And I'm going to put you right back into it. On my behalf.
If you can give us some idea of what...
You made your reputation with product placement. You still are one of the most successful people in that field.
You flatter me.
I don't have to flatter people, Carla.
You have 30, 40 different products?
46.
Mr. Swain doesn't want you to create commercials per se. What we had in mind were music videos featuring well-known acts in which the use of our products would be prominently, if skillfully, highlighted.
Skillfully.
That's where you come in. And Carla.
Product placement. There are movies, TV shows, big events.
That's for openers. I want our name drilled into the cortex of every kid in America.
Mr. Swain, this will constitute what you might call a full court press. Just setting up.
My CFO will issue you a retainer for any and all contingencies. I want our logo stamped on every teenager in this country.
I'm not so sure that's quite...
You can make them do whatever you want. You tell them it's cool to have nails in their head? You'll have 10 million kids hammering spikes into their skull. To Operation Target Teen. Jackson?
One small point. We still don't know what product we'll be pushing.
You're going to handle our core product, our most important commodity. Swain cigarettes. Does that pose a problem?
No, not at all.
Then I won't keep you any longer.
Did it? Do you know how many millions are riding on this? Can you hear those cash registers ringing? Jessie?
We've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Tommy, guess what? Your dad landed a big account today.
Yeah? How come we never have any soda?
We'll have soda when you can pay for your own cavities. Drink the fresh squeezed 100% juice orange juice.
Don't you want to know what the product is?
Hope it's a mountain bike. Did I tell you I could use a mountain bike?
It's cigarettes. Swain cigarettes.
Gross.
You've been talking to your mother?
You're working on cigarettes? What do you know about cigarettes?
It's a product, that's all I have to know.
But they have so many other products. 20, 30.
46. But this is the big kahuna.
Terrific.
What's the matter? I thought you'd be happy. A new kitchen, law school, Tommy's education.
I didn't say a word.
I think it's great.
You know how much money they're going to be spending on this thing?
Dad, you make all that money. That mean you gotta wear a tie every day?
It might mean you'll get that mountain bike. And I could get one too. We could go riding up in the mountains together.
Forget I said anything.
We've created a new character. A teenager with dark shades, baseball cap turned backwards, shorts on a skateboard. We call him Charlie Cool.
We've designed t-shirts, baseball caps, warm-up jackets, beach towels.
You really hit the ground running. I think I'd like him with a cigarette in his mouth.
He's holding a cigarette. It's more subtle.
These are kids, Jessie. They don't want subtle.
Humor me.
You've done great work.
I gave Miss Harper a list of movies and TV shows where we'll be spotting your product.
Don't forget, Target Teen.
We're covering every slasher pick and every coming-of-age movie on every schedule in Hollywood.
We've notified all the major sports associations, the NCAA, the AAU, NASCAR, the National Cheerleader Championship.
Get a report.
We'd like you to sign these and get them back to me. Confidentiality agreements. It's routine.
You don't mind if I have our lawyers look at these?
Feel free.
Jessie, Carla, I can't wait until you start shooting your videos. Is there a problem?
I want to do some research.
Research?
I don't know squat about cigarettes.
I didn't hire you to teach a course.
I'd feel more comfortable.
Background material.
Jackson will get you whatever you need.
Yes, sir.
In case you hadn't noticed, Swain is what used to be known as a 500-pound gorilla.
I noticed.
There are ways we treat 500-pound gorillas.
You got a complaint, Carla?
This isn't like you, Jessie. You're usually out there leading the charge. That's the Jessie Golden we know and love.
It'll come. You know how I am. All of a sudden, something clicks and bam, we're in business.
And what do I tell Curtis Swain?
Mr. Golden, they told me to come right back here.
That's fine.
I brought the reports you wanted.
I'll leave you two alone. Nice to see you, Mr. Jackson. Tell Mr. Swain we'll have those agreements back to him in a couple of days.
I'd forgotten all about them.
There are annual reports, magazine pieces, special studies Mr. Swain ordered. I wasn't sure exactly what you wanted.
Neither was I.
that your boy, Mr. Golden?
Yeah, that's Tommy. Someday, all this will be his. And it's Jessie.
How old is he? 15? 16?
14, going on 40.
I have a boy the same age.
Yeah, the grunt and shrug age.
If you say so. Hank lives with his mother. If you need anything else...
Hey, I'll call you. Listen, do you want to have a cup of coffee or anything?
Mr. Swain expects me back.
Oh, well, thanks for coming by.
We're home.
There we go, Django.
Okay, I guess.
Aren't you dating yourself, calling him Django?
My dad said Django Reinhardt was one of the top jazz guitarists of all time.
For the sweat and tears I'm putting into this project, I wish you would call him Andreas.
What band is he with?
Can I put a word in for Jimi Hendrix?
Very funny. Andreas as in Andreas Segovia, the greatest classical guitarist in history.
Gee, and I thought he was the salsa king. Do you know that any CS employee is reimbursed for any volunteer work they do?
How come all we ever have is orange juice?
Oh, suffer a little. You know, it would help if you could offer to pick up Tommy once in a while from guitar class.
I could go on my bike.
Not while I'm your mother.
Last year alone, CS gave $12 million to medical research.
How much money did they spend on advertising?
They got a special medical fund called the Swain Foundation. It's headed by a guy named Baritzi.
I still got 40 pages to write. Tell your son about it.
Tobacco exports last year were over $12 billion.
Does that mean I get a raise in my allowance?
We'll talk about it in the morning.
Want to bet? Dad? Hello?
Tommy? It's late. You okay?
I don't know.
I mean, is everything all right with you? Any problems?
No.
No what? No problems or no everything's not okay?
You've been reading a lot about smoking.
Do you smoke?
Huh?
I mean, do you ever want a cigarette?
No way!
I mean, a lot of kids smoke.
Oh. Them. Who wants to be like them? I've got enough to do. Do you want me to smoke?
No. What gave you that idea?
Isn't that your job? To get kids hooked?
I wouldn't say that.
I guess.
Hey, wait, man, I work pretty hard. I want you and Mom to have the best.
Whatever.
Oh, wait. I mean, you guys are everything to me. You know that.
When I was little, you were doing music videos.
Yeah?
You don't anymore.
I mean, what it boiled down to is I just wasn't spending time with you and Mom. And my head was... everything just seemed to be in a different place.
But you liked what you did.
I don't know. The hours were crazy. I work all night long. The lifestyle, there was just some things I didn't want to be part of.
Do you like what you're doing now? Dad, you better have a look at this.
Where did you get this?
Somebody left it outside the front door.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me. Do you know where Dr. Baritzi is?
Oh, there he is right there.
Thank you very much. Dr. Baritzi? Walter Baritzi?
Yeah?
You're a hard man to find.
Mind if we sit?
Whatever it is, make it fast. I'm back on duty in 20 minutes.
I tried to reach the Swain Foundation.
We couldn't find a phone number.
Who are you?
My name's Jessie Golden. This is my son, Tommy. I'm supposed to be doing some advertising work for CS Industries.
Curtis Swain send you?
Last night, somebody dropped these off for my dad.
How did you get this?
We thought you'd tell us.
You think I want that kind of trouble? You know what he would do to me?
Swain?
The Prince of Darkness.
Dad thought maybe you could explain that scientific stuff.
What are you trying to pull?
These look like mortality charts.
Even I could tell that.
I'm through with all this. It's been over a year.
All we can tell from these reports.
The more you smoke, the sooner you will die. So what else is new? Look, if this stuff gets out, I'm dead.
We're not interested in you, only these reports.
Are they right? Of course they're right. I spent a lot of time and a lot of Curtis Swain's money doing that research.
You have proof of the addictive nature of nicotine here.
Wow, stop the presses.
And your bosses knew all about it.
Son, it's not fairyland out there. Did you read this one? The Morphology of Addiction to Tobacco Products. Or this one, The Sociological Pressures to Facilitate Cigarette Sales. I don't have much time.
Please. You estimate that every year 3,000 kids will pick up smoking, and these same 1,000 kids will eventually die of smoking.
I signed a paper. I agreed to keep my mouth shut.
And they've just been sitting on all this.
Why do you think there's no longer a Swain Foundation? Why do you think I have to scratch out a living in the emergency room?
And you didn't send these reports to us.
I'm not suicidal.
This stuff.
It's thermonuclear.
Swain, Harper, all those people. They just don't care.
Come on, there's been too much track laid down. It was my mistake. I was standing right there between the rails.
You could have said something.
Listen, even just talking to you could be a violation. If they find out, I'm toast. You want my advice? Get rid of those reports. Don't get killed by the fallout.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, I gotta get back to the office. I've got a video to shoot.
You're kidding.
Wanna help?
Really?
Art?
You want to clue me? Give me some idea of what I should say?
Is that what we are, Carla? Something off a showroom floor?
I don't like meetings set up on such short notice. I could have been anywhere in the world.
I figured you'd want to watch this.
Charlie cool?
It's what we started with.
Are you finished?
You'll tell me.
Carla, you happy with this?
She hasn't seen it yet.
Hey dude, you know me? I'm Danny Depp. I get you smoking, and that's what I'm here for. We'll be real tight, friends for life. That might not be as long as you think.
Hey, what is this?
Wait.
Let me tell you about smoking and smokeless tobacco. They're the real Bash Brothers, man. They can knock the spit out of your lungs, beat up your heart, and eat out your mouth and your throat. You want to look older? How about 80, 90, 100? We'll throw in an awesome cough with gasping and wheezing. What a hoot! And you chicks out there, I've got some goodies for you. How about brown, wrinkled skin, yellow fingers, and a voice like gravel, Lung cancer is now numero uno with a bullet as leading cause of death for women. Welcome aboard.
All right, turn that off.
You're gonna miss the best part, please. There's a twist coming up.
Smoking's your ticket to other treats. We'll help you go on to pot, booze, crack, coke, even heroin.
Well, I paid for this?
Oh yeah. Once you start, you're mine.
Jackson.
I'm gonna get you. You know what smoking really is?
All right, now that's enough. Jackson, get security up here right away. All right, you've got 60 seconds to clear off these premises. The video stays.
There are other copies. I sent one to the Cancer Society, the Advertising Council, and, oh yeah, the FDA.
You think that'll make a difference? You'll protect kids?
At least I won't be part of it.
I'll just buy somebody else. You could have had it all, Jessie. Could have been rich, famous, important.
Well, Curtis, you can't lose them all.
Jackson, you take care of this. I want to talk to you. Gentlemen, let's go.
You don't need security. I'm on my way.
How old did you say your son was, Mr. Golden? 14, going on 40? Well, maybe now he'll make 40.
Uh-huh. They nailed us.
You happy now?
I'm sorry, Carla. I didn't mean to bring you down with me.
I don't recognize you without the makeup.
Hey, I was totally goth.
No wonder you wouldn't show me the video.
I was afraid you might try to stop me.
This was my shot, Jessie. I don't get to sit in boardrooms like that every day of the week. I don't get to have people like Curtis Swain call me by my first name.
I'll tell Swain. I'll call him.
Somehow I don't think he'll take your call. You going somewhere?
You don't want me around here anymore.
You never knew my dad. He was a sweet guy. Fought in World War II. He had all these wonderful stories. He always had time for me. Taught me a lot of things, guy things, like fishing, driving a car, shooting baskets. He always acted like I could do whatever it was I wanted. Some patience. He started smoking when he was a kid. Know what they call the lung cancer ward in the Veterans Hospital? Marlboro country. Tell your dad to unpack his gear, Danny Death. We're gonna prove to everybody that we're still alive.
Hey, come on.
You still want that mountain bike?
Can we afford it?
Probably not. But thanks for everything.
Hey, we're family.